Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our lecturer, Madam Aida Maria, and to my fellow friends. Today, me and my group members will be presenting our finding for case study 1, which is related to accounting scandal that have been done by Aroma PLC. Before we begin, I'm going to introduce myself and my fellow group members. My name is Aida Nakibah binti Ali Munawar, and my group members consist of Najiha binti Johari, Nur Hasmiza binti Zakaria, Nur Nabila Huda binti Zulkifli, Nurul Fatin Izwana binti Abdulaziz, and last but not least, Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Ismail Muslim. Firstly, I would like to explain briefly regarding the background of Aroma PLC. Aroma PLC was founded by Jimmy Law in 1970. Aroma is a multinational grocery store based in United Kingdom that sold a wide range of low-cost products such as toys, stationery, furniture, and telecommunications. Furthermore, Aroma plays as a top 5 retailer in the world and plays as a top 4 market leader of groceries in the UK. Due to the aggressive competition in this industry, Aroma had opened a number of few stores in order to compete with its competitors. However, Aroma have involved in accounting scandal in order to maintain its profit margin. So, what kind of accounting scandal that have been done by Aroma? Next, I will continue to explain regarding the analysis techniques for the identify issues. Our group are using SWOT analysis, which consists of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. First, we go to the strengths of Aroma PLC. Aroma is being placed as a top 5 retailer in the world and placed as a top 4 market leader of groceries in UK. Aroma also has known as a wide range of low-cost provider. Next, we move to the weaknesses of Aroma PLC. The first weaknesses is Aroma has a lack of retail experts in the board composition, which have led them to poor corporate governance. Second, Aroma were not good at maintaining relationship with supplier, as one of the suppliers said that Aroma always deferred the payment to them and charged a higher sorting fee. Now, this is the opportunities that Aroma will have in future. First, Aroma has the potential to further expand their business across the world, as before this, Aroma has covered in 10 countries across Europe and Asia. Besides, Aroma has the expectation to rebuild a new image as new director with experience in retail industry was appointed. Now, let's move to the threats of Aroma PLC. The first threat is the accounting scandal has damaged Aroma image, where the share price dropped sharply. Second, it's hard for Aroma to maintain its profit margin due to the growing numbers of competitors and aggressive price war. Last but not least, Aroma has a probability of losing of suppliers due to higher sorting fees and deferred payment to suppliers. That's all from me. Now we will move to the next presenter.
Next, I am Nur Nabila Huda and I'm going to explain on corporate governance issue in Aroma PLC. What is corporate governance? Corporate governance is a process or system used in organization to manage the business towards achieving objectives and goals. Corporate governance also can be seen as the relationship between the management, directors and stakeholders, as it is a way of conducting business by management from the decision making made by the board to fulfill the interests of the stakeholder. So for Aroma PLC, the corporate governance consists of 12 directors, which is 10 out of 12 of the directors are non-executive directors coming from various backgrounds, while 2 out of 12 directors are executive directors with knowledge and expertise in the retail industry, as they previously held position in the management of Aroma before joining the board. First, the issue on corporate governance of Aroma PLC is because of their lack of competency of the board of directors. The board of directors of Aroma PLC failed to monitor their business operation due to lack of knowledge and expertise within the retail industry. This is shown when the board of directors fail to detect and manage misconduct done by the management, which resulting in the aggressive accounting in their financial statement. Next is the board of directors also failed to appoint a new director, replacing the resigning director within the 6-month period. This shows that the board of directors are incompetent to do proper decision making in order to select director to fulfill the empty position. So for this issue, it is suggested for Aroma PLC to restructure their board of directors, which is Aroma can appoint or select a list of directors that have expertise and also hardly knowledge within the retail industry, and they also can appoint new director that highly experienced in the corporate governance so that it can improve their decision making process in case of any casualties or issue arise. The next issue regarding corporate governance of Aroma PLC is lacking in internal control system. So Aroma failed to detect accounting error in the financial statement occurred in the company, and there is also no proper whistleblowing system to channel any misconduct happen in the company. It is when Robert, the finance director of Aroma, has attempted to report the issue but faced failure a few times before he succeeded to report it. And the issue can be detected and fixed earlier if there is a proper channel but failed due to non-existence of a proper system to do so. So for this issue, it is recommended for Aroma to fix the internal control system and enforce the responsibility of the committee and internal control that can work so that they can work independently and able to oversee the company operation and report to the board of directors. They also can provide a proper channel to report any misconduct or unethical act within the organization so that Aroma can take action before it getting worse. Other than solution recommended to fix the issue in Aroma, other ways to suggest in order to have a good corporate governance, Aroma also can have an annual board evaluation and director staff evaluation overseen by their governance committee or any other committee responsible for it. And they also can engage with third-party consulting firm to lead evaluation process and provide independent assessment of board of director performance to keep track of the board competency and proficiency. Other than that, in selecting their board of director members, they can also prioritize director with retail and merchandise experience, which is based on our research. Most of retail companies have at least 5 or more director experience with retail in the board list. And they can also bring director that have knowledge in e-commerce technology and also media experiences to help in the decision making of the company. And most importantly, they should not have CEO duality, which is have more than one position in the company, so that conflict of interest, of personal interest do not happen when decision making is made.
My name is Nurhasniza binti Zakaria. I will represent about the roles of regulator and other stakeholders. The first regulator is the Financial Conduct Authority, which is FCA, that regulates the financial services industry in the UK. Its roles includes protecting consumers, keeping the industry stable, and also they are promoting the healthy competition between the financial service providers. The source of the empowerment of this regulator is under the Financial Service and Market Act 2000. For the next regulator is the Serious Fraud Office, which is SFO. SFO investigates and prosecutes the serious or complex fraud, bribery, and also the corruption. SFO received the information on possible criminal activity from a variety of sources, and they will investigate the cases. It is under the Criminal Justice Act 1987. Then also we have the FRC, which is Financial Reporting Council, which is responsible for overseeing the effectiveness of the financial reporting framework in the Australia. The key function of this regulator includes the oversight of the accounting and auditing standards in setting processes for the public and also the private sectors. They also providing the strategy and advice in relation to the quality of the audits conducted by the auditors. The empowerment of these regulators is from the Companies Act 2016. And lastly, we have the Groceries Code Adjudicator, which is GCA. GCA is the independent regulator that ensuring to regulate the retailers treat their direct supplier lawful and fairly. The GCA encourage supplier, trade association, and other representative body to provide them with the information and evidence on how the large retailers are treating their direct supplier. The regulator is under the Groceries Code Adjudicator Act for 2013. And next we move to the stakeholder and the roles. The first stakeholder is director, which is the interest is the competent and knowledgeable member in order to govern the company with the expert skill. To curb the accounting scandal, the director should be responsible in exercising their duty and monitoring role in overseeing the management and also operation of the company to govern the company better and to avoid such as issue from arising. The director also need to have knowledge and experience within the industry in order for them to perform well in the organization. The next stakeholder is auditor. Their interest is to give a fair and true opinion in an audit report. The auditor's role in this case is the auditor need to be able to provide a good internal audit report disclosing full, fair, accurate, and also understandable disclosure in report by having the ability to be independent and have access to information needed without unjustified limitation so that they can review and also perform their duty very well. And also we have government as a stakeholder. For the stake is a less scandal in an organization. The role is to implement internal control. The government should establish or enforce a better internal control for the company by conducting proper monitoring measure to oversee the company's operation and manager. A good internal control can be established any injustice or unethical behavior within the organization so that preventive action towards such an issue can be implemented.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Rabiatul and I will present question 3. The first is relationship between the suppliers and Aroma. As you can see from this case, there is bad relationship between the suppliers and Aroma. This situation is biased to the Aroma as there is no win-win situation within the suppliers and Aroma. Aroma always make deferred payment to the suppliers, as this matter is highlighted by one of the suppliers which experienced that Aroma took around 3 years to pay to them. The supplier also being charged with the higher slotting fees by Aroma in order to promoting their products. This will bring profit to the Aroma, but the suppliers will suffer the loss. It can also lead to the lost trust from the suppliers if Aroma did not solve this problem. So it is important to have the good relationship with the suppliers because it will help the business to sustain a long time period, as they can maintain the good quality of the products with the cheapest price offered to their customers. Okay, next, the practice of accounting for commercial income in Aroma. Commission income is income other than revenue that derive from the taxation. It is also earned by selling goods or services as against charitable income, which is a gift. This commercial income arises when the suppliers will pay promotional costs, discount or rebates as a reward if Aroma help the suppliers boost the target sales of the products. So what happens to Aroma is they falsifying the accounting record by overstate the profit when they cannot achieve the sales target to them. They overstated the profit by record accrual profit earlier and delay the record of expenses in order to make them get commercial income by the suppliers. Then the illustration of some example. The example is same case as Aroma. When Tesco overstate its half-year profits by an estimated of 250 million pounds sterling because of irregular movements in commercial income, which is the revenue that it received from the giant multinational companies that supply many of its products. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Fatin Izwana. I'll be continuing presenting for the next part, which is implication on the Aroma after the series of investigation by the regulators. The first regulator is Financial Conduct Authority (FCA). After the investigation, Aroma released false and misleading statement whereby they manipulated 277 million of profit in recognition during September 2015. Aroma did not comply with the regulation under Financial Service and Market Act 2000 under Section 398. Under this section, a person with requirement knowingly or recklessly give information which is false or misleading in a material matter is guilty of an offence. The implication of Aroma is they will be guilty of an offence is liable on summary conviction to a fine not exceeding the statutory maximum and on conviction on indictment to a fine. Second regulator is Real Fraud Officer (SFO). After the investigation, there is accounting irregularities at Aroma whereby they overstatement 288 million in the financial statement during October 2015. They did not follow regulation under Criminal Justice Act 1987 under Section 2. Under Section 2, Subsection 14, a person will recklessly make a statement which is false or misleading in a particular, they will be guilty of an offence. Implication on Aroma is they will be on conviction or indictment to be liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 2 years or to a fine or both. And on summary conviction, they will be liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or to a fine not exceeding the statutory maximum or both. The third regulator is Financial Reporting Council (FRC). After the investigation, there is inadequate accounting record whereby there is uncertainty in the question of commercial income of Aroma. Audit committee also said that non-disclosed commercial income would not bring an impact in the report. Aroma did not follow regulation under Companies Act 2006 under Section 407. Under this section, the report must state clearly whether, in the auditor opinion, the annual account give a true and fair view. In the case of profit or loss of the year for the financial year, the implication on Aroma is there will be guilty of an offence under this section is liable on conviction on indictment to a fine. On some reconviction, a fine not exceeding the statutory maximum. The fourth regulator is Grocery Code Adjudicator (GCA). Aroma had broken the grocery supply cooperative whereby they charge higher slotting fee to suppliers for their product to be displayed at the position in Aroma, whereby in cooperatives there is no payment required by supplier for a better positioning. Aroma did not comply with the Grocery Code Adjudicator of Act 2013. There is no implication of Aroma because the adjudicator may not impose a financial penalty in respect of a breach of the grocery code that occurs because the power only can be used for those large supermarkets that breached the code after 5 April 2016. But the adjudicator may give guidance of any matter relating the grocery code to Aroma.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. My name is Najha Binti Johari and I will present the last part which is rebuilding reputation. Next is a suggestion to help Aroma to rebuild its reputation in the grocery industry after the accounting scandal. So the first one is social media. So nowadays all people use social media to communicate and share information. So Aroma can take advantage of by taking control their social media and websites. They can post the formal apologies and win the public's heart. Social media also can act as a tool for the public to share their feedback on the company. They will help Aroma to improve their weaknesses and regain the public's trust and rebuild their reputation. So the next is corporate social responsibility. As you guys know, it's referred to the policy undertaken by the company intended to have a positive influence in the world. So it's also a self-regulating business model that helps a company be socially accountable to itself, its stakeholders, and the public. Thus, Aroma should practice this policy so in order to create a positive image in the mind of the consumer. So, for example, as Aroma in the grocery industry, they could introduce initiatives to sell healthy food more affordable, transparently report food waste, and sell the cruelty-free brand or companies. So the third one is improve the relationship with the supplier. So as Regulator has mentioned before this, the relationship between Aroma and its supplier is bad. It's because Aroma always defer payment to the supplier and they charge high sorting fee. So one of my suggestions is to improve the relationship with the supplier by offering this special deal with the supplier such as priorities their product from other suppliers or display their product at strategic position without taking any additional charges or fees or without any charges. Next is improve the internal control system. Aroma should improve the company whistleblowing policy, for example, creating a proper whistleblowing hotline. So the Aroma should ensure that the identity of whistleblower will be anonymous until the investigation begins. Aroma should inform and train the employee about whistleblowing policy so they will be familiar with the process of this policy. The company should create a culture of trust which is safe, and encourage to raise concern if there is an issue. Top management also should acknowledge the concern raised by their employee and acknowledge speaking up the wrongdoings. So, Aroma should appoint independent third party to monitor company as to ensure the company will not repeat the same mistakes. So, the last one is changing organizational structure. So, in this case, Aroma only has two directors that has knowledge and experience, even their chairman. They don't have any knowledge experience in the retail industry. Moreover, the audit committee even persuaded KPMG to not disclose the commercial income. So my suggestion is to appoint a director who has knowledge, experience in the retail industry and as possible so there is no the same mistake done by Aroma in the future. That's all from our group. Thank you very much.